to Shop Talk with Short Block and Dipstick, where we talk about all the daily shenanigans that go on around our auto repair shop. And if there's time left over, we might even talk about the cars. Here are your hosts, Short Block and Dipstick. Oh, yeah.
Welcome back
to another episode of Short Block and Dipstick.
You said my name. I just stared at you until you did, though.
I know. As
Joining
always,
us.
glad to be with you people. Glad
Absolutely.
all these listeners out here tuning in for episode, I don't know, more than
7,
5.
maybe.
Oh, we had 7? Wow.
We should count.
We should count. We should know this before we start the podcast instead of just jumping in not knowing nothing.
That adds to the flavor.
Fernando's counting with his toes.
Yeah, joining us
Trace.
right off the bat. One of our favorite guests, Mr. Fernando.
Shalom, shalom. How are we, gentlemen?
I mean, at this point, he's basically co-host. I mean...
I guess.
No, you guys just keep me in the back of the room and
Whole-time sponsor.
Yeah, just to clean up after you guys are done.
So, welcome back, Mr. Fernando.
How are you?
Good. Mr. Dipstick, how are you doing?
Good. It's been a good week. A lot of family in and out of my house over the last couple of weeks.
That's a great week?
Well, I get really good food. So
Oh, okay. All
Isn't
right.
that the best?
it is really
I love
good.
coming home to good
You
food.
just kind of like put people up in beds and you're like, I just get to eat good now. That's my favorite. So,
Hey, so I have a question for you.
yeah.
How are you dealing with this level of fame we've atoned? I'm at the point now where I get stopped in the street. Hey, Short Block, I recognize you from the podcast.
Was this a dream?
No, this is every day.
This is every day?
Aldi's, Publix.
It's different for me
when
than
I'm
I guess.
shopping for food. No, I get stopped all the time. It's just a level of fame I didn't anticipate, but I'm glad I got it. It's pretty nice.
It's
He
good.
gets stopped by debt collectors and people asking for extended warranty information that he wants.
I know, right? We've been trying to get a hold of you about your extended warranty.
Tired of y'all keeping me down every time.
The only thing keeping
every
you down
time
is
we have
Duncan.
Fernando, I get emotional damage. Thanks.
You're welcome. You miss it, though.
A little bit.
Yeah.
I mean, I get it daily.
I can see it in your face. You come in and you're just sad and beat until I can give you a little kick in the back, and you're like, all right, cool. It's going to be a good day today.
Nice.
Yeah.
I
Sorry, I
get
can't
a
say
little, I get
that
a
to
little like,
I don't like we can't do video because y'all don't see this look on my face because I don't like either one of these guys I got in the booth. Or the random room we picked to do the
the
podcast.
random room, yeah.
Will's office.
Thanks, Will. And
Sorry,
Nick
Will.
Cage.
Oh, and Nick Cage.
Yeah. This is Nick Cage's office. We're just here. I get a little celebrated when I come home from my little ones. I walk in the door, Daddy. That's exactly what it is.
Yeah, but isn't everyone a little one compared to you?
Oh, that's a good one.
I see what you did there. Nice.
All 7'3" of dipstick.
That's right. You know what? It doesn't matter if you're horizontal, though. It's all the same.
Facts. Well, no, because then... See, that's what I'm tired of. I'm tired of having to walk sideways to walk into a room, or, when you're in between cars and you're struggling to get out of the door
I wouldn't
because...
say you walk. More of a waddle. See, he's already breathing heavy.
Waddle?
He's
I don't
tired.
know.
He's tired already.
It's more like a pimp walk.
It is.
It's
It
like
really is.
it's a strong walk with a glide on one leg.
You didn't start the timer.
It's right here, boss.
Oh, look at you. You did something right today.
Nice try.
I didn't see it there. But now that you pointed out, it's very obvious that it's the timer.
Now that you referenced it, I am aware.
What kind of battery is your phone taking? 9 volt?
There was a joke.
Did I
that
miss
was-
one? Talk to me about this 9-volt battery situation.
There was a joke that people were made aware of earlier. You're more than welcome to come talk about this joke on a personal side of it. But this is after our podcast type of stuff. This is not standard podcast type
Hey,
material.
well, while we're here, I think we need to talk about the business a little bit. Any
I agree.
promotions we got going on? Would
Let's
you
make
like to
it-
let the people know?
We're gonna make it serious for a couple minutes. Go ahead.
No, go ahead. That was an intro to you.
Oh, thanks.
Yeah.
So right now, A&R Complete Auto Care is running a sock drive. You get 5% on 5% off on any one of your repair order tickets, up to $100
Dollars.
for bringing in socks to go to Needy. And please have tags on those socks. Don't bring in your socks.
Yep. This is for the local YAPAC organization, and that'll go towards helping the homeless. And obviously, we're going into some treacherous weather here coming up soon, so it's really cool for us to be able to do that and give back to the community like we do. Again, big part of our mission statement, and it warms you up both physically and mentally when you think about giving back to the needy. So that's great.
Definitely warms you up. Yep.
Speaking of weather, as it's coming forward, I have a weird, different feeling when other people talk about weather down here so far. Now, I have not experienced a Tennessee winter yet, so maybe my opinion will change.
It is not bad.
I've heard. I know. So
It
that's what I
said
think.
11 degrees, dude.
Yeah, but it's a different 11 degrees than what Michigan is used to,
I know,
or
it's totally
Chicago
different.
is used to.
So, for example,
Yeah, but I'm from Florida. 11 degrees is a death sentence.
Our weather report shows coming up here on Sunday and Monday with a potential of 3 to 5 inches and some cold weather.
Sounds like a day.
Wow, you got none of that out.
Glad I didn't.
None of it. I guess we'll come back to that. Jeez. So, anyways, now at the same time, when I'm reading the weather report for Clarksville, Tennessee, coming up in the next few days, I get a weather report alert on my phone because apparently one of my Alexa devices is still connected to an old address, even though I changed all of them. And so I get this weather warning that says the next 2 days I'm getting 13 inches of snow.
Goodness.
So it's nothing. I don't know what you guys are all complaining about down here.
You moved south. I moved north. That's why I'm complaining.
You'll get used to it. You'll enjoy that you can go outside. You'll enjoy the fact that you can experience all 4 seasons. If it's going to be cold in the teens or in the single digits, it's going to be cold for maybe a week or 2. And then at that point, that's it. The roads may suck because obviously we know Tennessee is not built to plow snow or put ice down. So that's...
We didn't build
Put
the
ice
mountains. They were here first. We didn't build.
Who's putting ice down?
Or sorry,
mean
salt
salt?
down. Yeah, I'm sorry. English is
man.
my second language. I apologize. You know what I mean, though.
Chad,
Some
why are you
weirdos
looking at
out there
me-
putting some ice
Why are
down.
you looking at me weird? I got a booger?
No?
Okay.
Don't make it worse, though.
Just
Put your face back.
checking. Okay. He's just looking at me hard. I'm just like, damn, what's on my face?
It's just such a
No,
good
it's
looking
just
guy,
your
you know.
face.
Thanks.
Yeah.
Thanks, guys. Thanks, I appreciate it.
For a ginger, he's a 10 out of 10 for sure.
I agree. Let's go back to a moment here. So now we've got our guest on here. We have a new... And,
He's not our guest.
He's not our official guest. However...
We have an official
an
guest.
official guest that's coming in the second half of this show. Let's
He's
roll it back.
temporary
The last
co-host.
time that Fernando was here and guest starred on our show, we had not started our guest blank.
Yeah.
Yet.
Our guest names.
So on our last
we
episode-
had to backtrack for you.
We were doing guest lug nut and kind of figuring that out. Then now we've decided to try to pick a personality trait out of our guest
So you're lucky.
and reference a part off of a vehicle and your guest, whatever. You think
And-
lug nut though?
He's a nut.
I'm not a nut.
Which one, left or right?
Passenger.
Passenger nut.
and Will was our guest stud because
Oh, that's very fitting.
Right?
No, yeah, that's legit. I'll take that.
he's got that caramel voice.
Lug nut though? I
does.
feel like we can do better than that.
What? Better than a lug nut?
Yeah.
There's no fences on a car.
I don't know, I think it's something else.
Fence.
Oh, because of racism.
He looked at me so confused like he had no idea what it was.
You can do all sorts of stuff. Spoiler,
He could be the guest lawnmower.
spinners.
Senior spinner. Thanks.
Our
Hood
guest
scoops,
spinners.
roof scoops.
Dayton Will.
Dayton. Jeez.
13-inch Dayton Will. It's a long guest name. So we have our third guest that we've named. Well, I mean, I'd say our third guest. We've named every guest now except Andrew and Rachel. They haven't got a name. That's Mama and Papa Bear.
Yeah, I don't know if you
Mama
mess
Papa.
around with that. Yeah, there's
That's
engine
Mama
and
Papa Bear.
transmission. Those they don't. Yeah, this place
Engine
ain't going
transmission,
anywhere without
yep.
those.
Hey, that's good. I like that.
There you go.
Their engine
As
and
long as you got
transmission.
those in your car and they're working, you're good to go. Everything else is
Yeah, you don't need brakes.
You still just need to go. You can use a parking brake.
Yeah, okay.
Downshifted.
Stupid Chad. Who's the engine and who's the transmit? We're not going to get into that. I can
You
imagine
really
him
want to call your
listening.
boss a trainee?
I would love to listen to that conversation and see where that goes.
Or a block?
See, Chad always ruins it. Now my anxiety's going to be up for the next week while they pre-listen to this.
This is my favorite part about the show is whenever Short Block seems to come up with a great idea, I throw just something so stupid out there, completely distract him.
What are we talking about?
I have no idea.
Blowing trannies,
not
I
my
guess.
job.
I don't know.
Whoa.
So remember that line we found a couple episodes back and danced on it a little bit? I think we're tiptoeing on the other side.
Maybe a little bit.
Truce.
So cars, we fix them. Come see us if yours is broke.
Sure. Yeah, come see us. This is a good time. This is a good time to check out your brakes and tires for sure.
Yeah.
And huge other update too. We are in the process of finishing up some procedures for a business to business program. So I understand, along with the rest of the leadership team, that Clarksville is heavily ran by plumbing companies, electricians, and roofers, and we want to make sure that obviously we take care of all of our customers. This is also including those people that help out the community. So hopefully here within the next couple of days, we'll be finalizing that paperwork to then be able to roll out that program. So
Nice.
super excited about that. I think we're going to open up a lot of gates, create a lot of opportunities to be able to get a lot of these trucks back on the road and help people out.
Very cool. I'm excited for that.
Yep.
Now we're going to implement that both locations to get them.
Yep, that'll be
Okay.
at both of our locations. Obviously here at 392 Warfield Boulevard Court in Clarksville, 37043, along with 1111B Fort Campbell Boulevard in Clarksville, 37042.
He said that different than I would have said it.
I
392 Warfield Boulevard
You could
Court,
roll it out better than
37043.
392
Oh, goodness.
and Warfield Boulevard.
That's weird. That's weird. Yeah.
Your wife is so lucky to have you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Does she think so, though?
Oh, I'm sure she does.
She's probably,
Sometimes, yeah. She's pretty happy.
probably afraid of him because he's so damn big.
One of the things that we got commented on.
Chad's kid is 5 foot tall and he's 3 months old.
He is in the last three times we've had him check. You know, you go into the regular pediatric visits and stuff like that. The last multiple times he's been checked, he was always in the 100th to 150th percentile of height.
How
Like
can
off
you
the
go
chart.
above 100 on the? You would just be 100. You can't go above it on the percentile thing, can you?
It's all based off averages, yeah.
Yeah, from 0 to 100.
Yeah, well, they didn't change the chart. He's just above it.
He,
I understand it's hard to figure out in your brain when you've never gotten any over 100% on anything.
Well,
make one fat joke. Turn the recorder off.
Jeez.
I love you. I love you.
Yeah, right.
Let's not go through this again.
This is great.
I literally just got out of the doghouse.
Back to cars here.
I mean, he's still in it, but we're still. Sorry. Back to cars.
That's all I hear every time you talk. Back to cars.
Is it really? Is that why you do that?
Yeah, because I'm making fun of you.
Oh, man. I'm sorry.
I'm sorry.
I'll separate.
I'll separate.
You know what the best part about being a host is? Making
Tell
fun of the
me.
guests. Good job.
He's not a guest right now. He's temporary co-host.
Let's go to something relevant. What's the worst, most annoying repair you've ever done in a vehicle, Jason?
That I've personally
Short
done
block.
as like a tech.
Yeah.
The rear alignment on a 65 Corvette. Yeah, that's the worst thing in the world to do.
Most shops I've ever worked at actually don't work on Corvettes. They choose not to work on Corvettes.
Oh,
Tell me
well.
why. Why is it the worst?
Well, because I got big old muscular hands, and you need tiny girl hands to get in there, and that's why Fernando was so good at it. He's a big dude. I think we really need to get this video going because I want Fernando's face plastered on this thing.
No, we do not.
Oh, man.
No, we want people to listen to this. We don't want them
I want them to watch
run
this.
away.
The stupid looks on your faces are priceless.
That's just my face.
But no, I think we should give him a. I know we were talking about cars and repair. Wait, you've never done a repair. You've never been a tech.
Nope.
Do you
not true.
ever work on your own cars?
Yes, I did. Actually, just last week, I put wiper blades on my van.
Oh, and how that is that why there's that huge crack on your windshield when you came in?
ASC certified, baby.
No, I have not touched my vehicles, but mostly for one reason.
You
I
touch
will
them
say-
every day you drive them.
Oh, well, yeah, I'm just not working on them. I do like small engine stuff. I've worked on my lawnmowers and done a lot of that stuff. And
I'll hit you up.
I didn't mean to look at Fernando
Fernando's
when
good
I
at
said
working on
that,
lawnmowers.
but whatever. But no, I mean, ever since... So when I started in
Hey, can you hear
sales, I
this?
didn't really need anything on my cars. I would just replace them all the time. But wow, that was
That was super loud.
very... but then when I became a service advisor, it didn't really seem like a reason to. My life was already busy with kids and doing my job. So you just write up your vehicle and give it to your tech. Here you go, man. That's what I need.
I didn't listen to none of what you just said. I was
Yeah,
too
because we're all
involved.
too busy listening
worry.
to you drink over there.
I listened to you. I got really lucky coming into this industry where I started working on vehicles first and then moved up because it really helped me out long term. But every once in a while, getting your hands dirty and listening to music and just putting your head down, you know, there's a lot of multiple ways to take something off and put it back on. But at the end of the day, like that gratitude that you get from taking off an alternator and putting it back on and double checking to make sure that it fixed the problem. And that's really cool.
It sounds like going on a date with you. Just go into it with your head down. It's going to be a little dirty, but you'll be all right.
That's where your head went?
Yeah.
Jeez.
You must have talked to my ex-wife. Goodness.
Wow.
It's not that bad.
I
You
think
may want to consider
she's a great mother.
having like an in-house therapist for after these.
Oh, we should.
Did you tell Fernando that you told the story of how he said about how you said I love you to him?
Was it on the podcast?
We told it. We talked to Will about it last week.
Well,
And
if
you
you
were
didn't
mad at
listen to
me.
the podcast, then
You were
no.
mad at me for not ending the podcast with "I love you, Chad."
Yeah, so on the last podcast, everyone knows the story now, but of what happened. On the last podcast, Short Block was supposed to end it, and we finished with talking about that story, and he didn't end it by saying, I love you. So I did.
You got to pick up on the cues, man.
I know. He could have hit pause and said, "Hey, go this way with it," but no.
No, it's like in the moment. You
Yeah,
can't.
you got to just hit it right.
Yeah.
I used to not laugh. I used to try not to laugh and emphasize the stupid stuff you say. But I'm not saying it, so I'm not
anymore.
the one
This
getting in
is-
trouble.
That's the whole point of this, is to emphasize the stupid stuff. This seems like a awkward place to stop to get our official guest interview in. How about that? Ready?
Yeah.
Man, you have a lot of stuff going on in your throat. We're going to have to talk about that.
Yeah.
All right, hold on, folks. Let's get our
Steal
official
my
guest in.
thunder every time. Let me make the last noise, please. Okay. Yeah.
And we're back.
Can I? I wanted to start it.
You finished it.
Okay. All right. I'll let it go.
There we go. Welcome our guest, Joleen, to the studio.
Hi, Joleen.
Hello.
You are way too excited for this.
This is amazing.
I've been waiting for this moment for weeks.
We have to.
I told you about it yesterday.
I knew it was coming for a long time.
So we have a thing where we started doing where we name our guests.
Mm-hmm.
So Fernando was our guest, Lugnut, pending changes on that one. I like
That
it.
feels pretty good, I guess.
Will was our guest,
Give me a place.
Stud.
Placeholder.
Appropriate.
You're our guest, Turbo.
All right.
yeah.
Yes, that's fitting. That's fitting for sure.
We like to think of Joleen as just an amazing amount of spunk in her personality.
Why'd you stop talking?
Why?
Because your
You
body
look like you had
language.
something to say.
No, your body language said you were going to keep talking, and then you just stopped and stared at me.
This is why we need the video, I guess.
Yeah, they could see how stupid your face is.
Wow. So mean.
That's been my favorite word this last couple weeks. Calling people stupid face. I don't know why.
I like the way you say it. You
Probably
really
a good thing you
emphasize
don't have many interactions with customers then.
face. No, don't use all customers.
Jeez.
Yeah, I've reverted back to like my 4-year-old self. I don't know.
Okay.
So, Miss Joleen.
Tell us about yourself. What's your history?
I can't,
Where you come
look,
from?
Every time you cut me off. Every time. This happens on every podcast, by the way. You cut me off. Remember what we talked about?
So to cut you off, Jason.
Oh my God.
Thank you. She learned it from
I
the
moved
best.
here from Florida in August, and I have worked at A&R since I've lived here for 5 days. So I'm pretty new in the family here. And so far, I love it very much. I'm a service advisor here. Started out as a receptionist, got promoted, moved from our Fort Campbell location to our Warfield store. So I love both stores. And I like the job a lot so far. It definitely has its challenges. It is my second garage job. The first one that I had was back in Pennsylvania about a decade ago. I used to drive this 96 Volkswagen Cabrio, and it broke all the time. And I was always at the shop until one day the mechanic said to me, "Hey, you're here an awful lot and I could use some help. Would you like a job here?" And I
Nice.
said, "You know what? I could use a discount on my car repairs." And when I came here from Florida, I drive a 2013 Volkswagen Beetle now. So when I was looking for a job here, that was my first thought, was maybe I need to get a job somewhere that I could have a discount on my car repairs.
Smart.
So here I am.
Did you rehearse all that before?
I did
pretty
not.
good.
That sounded so like perfect. Like
That was really good.
That was really. I was like, she had to have rehearsed it. The whole time I'm thinking, like, she really practiced for this podcast.
You might not know this about me, but talking is one of my strong points.
Oh, there we go. Nice.
You don't say.
I think Jolene's mind works faster, much
does.
faster than ours.
So she is one of the few people that has listened to all of our podcasts.
Nice.
But
Thank you.
I don't give her full credit. She listens at 1.5 times speed.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so I get done with mine 75% faster than
So our
everybody
40-minute podcasts are like 8 minutes in her ear because she's just zipping right
Zipping
through them.
it. Nice.
But I appreciate it. I'm glad.
I'm
There's
a
only a
fan.
few people that have said they'd listen to all of them or even mentioned the podcast. Most of our viewers, I think, are outside the company.
Could be.
I would assume so. Because I don't know a lot of... I know Joleen... I don't know. There's a couple people I know that have listened to all of them, but I see our views. We've got pretty good views on a couple
Yeah,
of
it's
them.
hopping up now.
Yeah. You haven't checked. Stop.
Yeah,
Don't
did
just...
the other day.
Don't just... What? No, you didn't. Stop. Don't just nickel back off what I'm saying.
Nickelback. Are we talking about bands now?
Yeah, because I heard a stupid joke about the lead singer of Nickelback.
Oh, my gosh.
Do share.
So they said for the last 30 years, he has participated in nativity scenes all over the country. He's been Mary. He's been, that one got mixed reviews, apparently. He's been Joseph. He's been baby Jesus, but he never made it as a wise man.
Oh, my gosh.
Couldn't cut it as a poor man stealing either.
Oh, my word.
So yeah, that joke's been in my head. That was so funny when I heard it. But it was like a 4-minute, like they stretched it on. Like it was such a long joke
is
for that
long.
punchline.
You know what I immediately went to? A scene. I was thinking of Daddy's Home, too, when they do like a nativity scene for the Christmas time.
Yeah, I do that during the pod. Don't make fun. She looked right at me. Why is he doing that?
Yeah.
I do that noise randomly in the podcast.
That's, yeah. I get that like 5 times an episode right in your ear.
And I also turn up the feedback in my microphone so I hear me louder than I hear you guys. Because I don't know, I just like my own voice. I like hearing it live, but I listen back to the podcast. I'm like, oh, I sound horrible. I hate my voice listening back to it.
No,
but
no,
live,
we
when I
all
can just,
hate hearing your voice, so don't worry about that.
wow.
So
You
what
just-
I'm curious about is, so you guys are both from Florida.
Yeah.
Tell me what you like about Tennessee and what you miss about Florida.
Nothing in particular. I miss, well, because I lived in the same county my whole life. I moved here when I was 33, and I lived in Polk County forever. 3 different cities, but always been in Polk County. So I just miss driving through Polk County. I just miss the stuff I'd seen, you know, nothing glamorous. Kind of sucked, but, you know, it was home. So I kind of just miss that. I do like less heat because the heat's just gotten ridiculous down there. Like you just walk outside, oh, you're already out of breath. I know I'm fat. That's not why, Chad. Before you say it.
I didn't say anything.
But yeah, I just miss the old sights, driving through my old neighborhoods, and that's it. And I hate the cold, but it's not as bad. I complain about it, but it's not that bad. I don't even wear a jacket at the time.
Let's hear from our guest.
My,
I'm sorry. I was supposed to give the short answer and then let her elaborate.
I was surprised you answered it all.
your least favorite thing about Florida is my favorite thing that I miss the most. I love that heat. I'm like one of those lizard people that you hear about. The ones in charge. And I really just soaked up every minute of that heat, and I miss it terribly. But favorite thing about Tennessee, also weather related, was I really appreciated the fall. When we went through the changing of the leaves and the crisp air. That was something that I hadn't experienced in a very long time, and I loved it.
Yeah, but you get like 3 weeks of nice leaves changing and all this stuff, and then it's 6 months of dead trees everywhere.
Yeah, they're definitely dead now.
Well, hibernating, whatever. I don't care.
6 months though.
When's spring? I don't even know when this.
February.
No, there's no
Really?
way.
I
It's
can
still
handle that.
cold.
Hey, we get like February into March, it starts rolling in there. Yeah, I will. So we came down February or March. It's either February 29th or March 29th. We came to Tennessee to look at houses, and it was like 70 degrees. So it's earlier than you think.
Great.
Nobody cares. Can you hear me?
Yeah, you know one thing that we were talking about how to make our podcast better is the silences. So stop it.
I like the silences.
Okay. Let's see here. Getting back into it. One other thing I remember when we first chatted, when you first moved here, that you said you liked so much more was the difference in insurance.
Oh my
Oh,
goodness.
yeah.
Half. My car insurance costs half of what it
Than
did
what it was
in
in
Florida.
Florida?
It's beautiful.
That's crazy.
Which is crazy because people here are terrible.
I agree.
Terrible
I've never
drivers.
seen more wrecks in my
I think
life.
Clarksville is like 17th in the country.
I would-
Geico,
I
I
would
hope you're
believe
not
it.
listening.
For car
But
Well, it's not just Clarksville listeners. We're worldwide, Joleen. You have an audience of at least 40.
terrific. Geico,
jeez.
please disregard. Other than that, it is terrifying driving here. I avoid collisions every day.
Yeah, you got to be pretty defensive out here.
I mean, I'm pretty offensive. I'm a pretty aggressive driver. I'm usually in
I've
front.
seen Joleen almost die a couple times leaving work already.
Yes, Geico, please don't listen to this.
Yeah. Jason was behind me a few weeks ago when I was turning left onto Warfield Boulevard, busy road, and somebody else was trying to turn left also. They had the right of way, but I just went for it. Horns were beeping, lights were flashing, but I made it to my destination, so everything worked out.
I literally watched her pull out in front of this car, and literally I verbally said, "Oh my God, this is where Joleen dies."
We actually have this Facebook page here. I'll give it a shout out. Idiots in Cars Clarksville.
Oh, boy.
And it is.
Her goal is to get on it.
It
Oh, my
is.
God.
I just want a really good driving shot of me in my car.
Anyone in there?
Yeah.
Someone post it.
Cigarette in
We
one
saw this
hand,
lady
Yep,
in a
yep.
yelling out
video.
the window.
Yep. That's all I want is to be featured on that, get a nice video. Someday.
We'll make it. We'll have to figure out how to make that happen.
True aspirations, Joleen.
Jeez. That's what we're all about in Clarksville, making dreams come true.
Gotta have goals.
The best way you could probably do that is, does your VW have a turbo in it already?
It does not.
It does not yet? All right. So
At this time, it
Yet.
does not.
Yeah.
so we got to slap on something like a turbo in there with a big old intake. And then we'll pull all the fuses for her brake lights.
Geico, again, please stop listening. Great way to get a new car.
I was about to say Flo's listening, but that's progressive.
She's one of my idols, actually.
She's
I
amazing.
love her.
She really gets around. She has like 7 roles in those commercials.
She's the same person. What are you talking about?
That's what I'm saying.
Oh, okay. You were being sarcastic. I
Yes.
totally missed that.
Oh, man.
I can hear them out there yelling.
Well, then awkward silence.
All right, there we go. You had a little background noise issue I had to take care of. Just give him the stare.
Stare down. Like
Yeah.
you stare at your kids.
Yeah.
You ever do that with your kids, yeah?
Yeah. See, there's no video. They can't see our faces.
All the parents out there listening now
they
know
what-
what staring at your kids
they know
is.
that. Yeah.
Just look at them.
I don't even tell. I don't give them the direction when they're doing something wrong. It's just just to make animal noises
You
at
make
them.
a
They'll
lot
get
of
it.
noises and close your throat at the same time.
What? What are you talking
That's
about?
what it sounded like.
Oh, okay. Anyways, back to our guest, Joleen.
Joleen, you have any kids?
I do not. I do not have any children. I've got a lot of animals, and they don't respond to looks.
I heard
At all.
you got a cat lately.
I did.
Or is it a
Oh,
shop-
yeah, she
is it a
adopted
shop cat or a home
yeah.
cat?
Yeah, so I caught him here. Aptly named him Axel. It was
yes.
the first thing that came to my mind. I caught him outside. He'd been looking in the window for a couple of weeks, and we were just staring at each other longingly. And then one day, I went out back to catch a cloud and saw the cat just coming over. I was like, oh. I gingerly walked up to him, tiptoed, and then I reached out, I scratched his chin, and he basically leapt into my arms. And we've been inseparable ever since. He is a love. We have a veterinarian next door, took him over there, he got a clean bill of health. Now he is pampered. He's a lucky cat. So got him here though. Total work souvenir. Came home. My husband was less than happy. He's okay with it now though.
I was sitting at the desk and I just hear like giddy noises. And then here comes Joleen walking through the office with a cat. What are you doing with that cat? Oh, I'm going to take it to the vet, make sure he's okay, and then take him home. And then
That's cool.
Yeah. It's a big cat, too.
He actually escaped. They put him in a cardboard box over there, and then on the drive home, he clawed his way out of it. And merging on the highway, talking on the phone, shouldn't have been, but he hops up onto the dashboard.
Ooh.
So I'm going like, I don't know, 80, 90 or so. And then this cat is just in my field of vision. I was like trying to safely somehow get him off the dashboard. Then he moved his way over to the center console. But he's a car cat. He likes it a lot.
I mean, you took him home the day you caught him.
Yeah.
So you had this wild cat in your car.
Yeah.
They could have just decided, look at that. She's doing 90.
It's a risk you got to take.
Today's the day. We're going down. This would have been a really good way to get on that website if you want to.
I know.
Lady suffers cat mistakes. I don't know. That wasn't very good.
That was horrible.
You got one better? Think of it.
No.
Whip it off.
But I would have put thought into it. And then 5 minutes later, would have just randomly said it out of context.
Just completely out of nowhere. Cat lady. something.
That's me.
That's crazy.
And there's plenty more out there. If anybody does want a cat, I have a cat carrier in my backseat right now, along with a brand new fleece blanket. So if anyone's interested in a cat, just let me know. There's like a dozen out there I could catch you.
Cat lady flips over in bug. Yeah, that would
That's a
work.
good one.
That would
That
work
works.
a little better.
Cat lady flipper. She flips cats.
Oh,
Ooh, whoa, yeah. Scratch that. If you want a cat, they are for sale.
That's a-
There we go.
What do you guys think is an appropriate price for a
She doesn't
wild
just
cat? 50
scratch
bucks?
Just
that.
buy a $10 cat.
That's how we're going to put that
It's
turbo
gonna
on the
get caught.
Beetle.
It's going to get
all three of us are talking at the
really
same
quick.
time.
And then after she cleans it up a little bit, does a couple renos on the cat, and you can buy it for triple the price.
Yeah. That's how I'm going to put the turbo
That's a
in.
great idea.
There's something illegal there.
Absolutely.
My style.
Absolutely. I'm pretty sure finding and selling cats is definitely illegal somewhere.
It's only illegal if you get caught.
I agree.
As I broadcast this
Yeah.
to the world.
Honestly, it probably the only way you
the
get caught would
entire
probably
world.
be taxes. There's your phone again.
That's my bad. My bad.
Turn it on. Put it on mic. See what it is.
No. No.
You never did that? Like where you got like a note in class or something from high school and they're like, read it out loud.
Yeah. No.
You didn't?
No. We didn't pass notes. I just said what I had to say. That's
Were
how
you
I
home-
rolled.
I feel like you were homeschooled. You seem like that.
Mom, where's my dino nuggies?
Were you homeschooled?
No, I am the product of public schooling, baby.
Nice.
Up until high school, then I went to trade school.
I can see that. Can you tell me what high school?
Can you see it?
I'm trying to. I mean, it's an imaginary thing, but can you? I'm trying to figure out stuff. As my kids get older and they go to high school. Can you let me know where you went so I can try to avoid that one?
Well, it was in Florida, so you're doing
I'm
good so
good
far.
now.
Yeah, you're
That's
good. You're good.
Jason and I have a pretty classy respect for each other,
We have
but
very
not on mic.
not on mic.
Nope.
No, what? No, we're okay on mic. Yeah, we're okay. Why are you doing that?
That wasn't me.
They'll never know because there's no video.
I think that was our guest.
It was me.
She's taking after you.
After
I have to sit next to him all day.
Yeah,
He's bound to rub off a little.
You mic licker.
I'm not licking the mic, and I can't defend it because they can't see me. So now they're gonna be like, "Damn, he's licking the mic."
How does it taste?
Stop.
Seriously, yeah. It's aluminum.
That
or-
needed to be on camera. For those of you that cannot see
No,
right
that-
now,
nope.
he just did a really nice
It smells like aluminum.
gesture with his mouth.
Stop. I'm gonna need y'all to get it serious for a second. So, Joleen, what do you think the best aspect of your job is? What's the most fulfilling part of your job?
The most fulfilling part. Well, my as you taste the microphone, my favorite part of the job is when I can help solve somebody's problems and make their day a little bit better. Inside and outside of work, I just want to make people's days a little bit easier, a little bit brighter, a little bit better. So when we get to have somebody come in here with a problem that we can solve, especially if it's an easy fix, I find that rewarding.
And I'm just absolutely amazed that you were able to get that out with
How
him,
was she able to do that?
I had to look away.
with Shortbach over here.
I was trying my best to make her laugh and kind of mess up her stride, and she just kept on going.
Just going crazy with that mic over there. You're playing around with it more than a 13-year-old on a Saturday.
We got to get you one of those for home so you can really enjoy it.
Oh, this is not getting accurate. That's going to be my new thing. So let's get serious for a second. So your job here as a service writer, what's the most fulfilling part of your job? Please let us know.
And then you just start slapping your face with the mic. Man, this is the dumbest podcast. Just want to apologize to all our listeners out there that can't really perceive exactly what's going on here. Hopefully you guys...
We're going to tighten it up if we do get video on here.
Yeah.
We're gonna
Hopefully you guys get at least some enjoyment out of the weird noises that happen on this podcast.
It's like that ASMR
Yeah, it's the
people
ASMR.
get into. People tapping their fingernails and stuff. Same thing. There it is.
There's that tapping. All right, we got anything else as we wrap up here?
where are we at right now?
Pretty close. We're a little. Yeah, we're good.
We're good? Okay. So, Joleen, it was great having you on here. And this is part of our get to know A&R. And we do joke around a lot. We try to keep the podcast light and, we cut up and stuff. But when it gets to fixing your cars, we're dead serious. Oh, God, Fernando scared the hell out of me.
Super serious.
I just turned around. Fernando's right there. I was trying to have a serious moment and you ruined it.
I'm sorry. I just wanted to say, Chad, love you. We'll
you
see you
too.
later.
Yeah.
I'm out.
He could feel that we were wrapping it up, so you got to say it. I love
Oh, are you? Sweet. All right. Jason,
I can't answer. You have my mic.
bye.
Okay.
You see the difference there?
Miss Turbo,
Yeah, that's me.
you enjoy the rest of your weekend. Good seeing you.
Good to see you, Fernando. Have a great weekend.
You got a booger. ¿Tú tienes un booger?
¿Cómo se dice booger in español?
¿Dónde está la leche? Hey, bilingual
milk?
podcast. We're international now, baby.
International, yeah. That's
Hop right
the
over that
qualifier.
border.
That's all it takes. Just going to speak 1% Spanish on your show, and then you're international.
Bam. Bam. Oh, we can get Russian, Chinese.
Food or what?
Oh, wait, what? What food do they eat in Russia? What's like a Russian? I can't think of a Russian dish.
Sausage?
Because I know Italian and Chinese and like Indian food, curry and stuff like that. But what do Russians eat?
Probably a lot of soup.
Yeah.
Do you think?
Cabbage?
I just feel like Tootsie Rolls would
I'm
be
half
big.
Russian. I really ought to know this.
I feel like Tootsie Rolls would be really big in Russia.
You think Tootsie Rolls is their main diet?
Not their main diet, but like that's the go-to candy. Like we've got, well, it's America, so we've got like Butterfingers, Snickers, we got everything. But I feel like in my heart, Putin's just unwrapping a nice Tootsie Roll right now.
My gosh.
All right.
There's no joke with that. I just always thought that was like their go-to candy for some reason.
Maybe a
Just some-
Tootsie Pop.
But we need to look up what Russian cuisine looks like. I've never put any thought into that. Man, we start the timer over again. We've got another 30 to roll
Yeah,
out.
It's got to be stew.
Okay.
I'm going with stew.
Let's look this up real quick.
Oh,
Here
we're going to do it now? I was going to do research and get prepared for the next podcast.
We never research anything before we get on here.
We were going to talk about the weather and Joleen, and now we're talking about Russians unwrapping Tootsie Rolls.
Nice.
All right, we're quickly Googling Russian foods.
Okay, well, you're typing very slow. Why are you holding your mic? You have a mic stand. Then you can use 2 fingers to type. We need a producer to do this typing for us.
My
Russian.
internet is too slow. You get the Wi-Fi?
Can
This is bad. Too much
cuisine-
silence.
It's not. I'm reading as I'm typing.
Is it like, it's not Polish food right now? That wouldn't be right.
Speaking of
That's
candy,
from
though, you
Poland,
mentioned
not
Butterfingers.
Russia.
When I was a kid, I used to think that Bart Simpson was my boyfriend. He was my first love, and my dad
Dude.
used to give me Butterfinger bars and say they were from him. So, till I was
Soup?
like in elementary school,
That's interesting.
I
This
thought
sounds
he
like-
was my boyfriend.
This sounds like the worst Olive Garden meal ever.
Is it soup?
Soup, salad, porridge.
I knew it was soup. I knew it.
Soup, salad, and porridge. Man,
Sounds like an Olive Garden.
Have you ever had porridge? I've never tried porridge.
a large boiled piece of meat cooked in a soup or porridge. Joleen, you was on point with the soup.
It's
It's
cold.
true. I
It
should get
just
some-
tracks. Makes sense.
She's got some Russian background or something.
How do you read that word right there? Because I want to read it a certain way. That says awful dishes.
Awful, offal.
Liver, tripe, etc., baked in pots together with cereals. I don't know if I want liver in my Wheaties. I don't think liver in my Wheaties sounds good.
Whole fowl dishes.
Oh, that's a whole chicken. That's okay.
Legs, breasts, rump. All right. Specific,
Rump.
Chicken's got rumps?
I guess.
Dude, I could go on for hours in this podcast right now. Now I got to Google chicken rump.
Barbecue. They're probably not big on the barbecue.
They've got barbecue? They don't have
Yeah, I
barbecue.
don't think so.
Probably not.
They got barbecue with a backwards B in it, maybe. Because they got a...
What, PPQ? What?
No, because their like letters are
Their
backwards.
letters are kind of weird looking.
Okay.
Man.
All right. Well, we can always come back to this more, but that is interesting. Thank you so much to our guest, Joleen, guest Turbo.
Pleasure's
Yes,
mine.
Turbo. Thank you for being on, Joleen.
Thank you for having
And
me.
I started this, and then I went off on a whole thing. So we're trying to do a kind of like meet A&R kind of thing. So went through a lot of the leadership team. Now we're going to start branching out, see if we can get techs and front-end people on here. And depending on what store we do the podcast at, we're going to try to have a guest on until we've went through everybody. And pretty sure we'll squeeze Fernando in a few more times. So I'm pretty sure everything that Fernando goes into, he's got to squeeze into anyway.
He's gonna
So
figure out how to jump into one each week, right?
yeah.
yeah.
It's his mission. You can't shake him. But I'm delighted to be here, guys. Thank you so much for having me.
No,
It's
thank
been
you, thank
fun.
you.
Loyal listener,
it's
first
always a
time
blast.
guest.
These podcasts are fun for us. Hopefully, they're fun for you guys too. We want to throw out a shout out to our owners, Andrew and Rachel. Thank you guys for allowing us to do this and enjoy this and spread this around like whatever disease you can think of. We just enjoy this podcast.
Wow. See?
whatever you guys can think of. We enjoy putting this out for ourselves and our group here at A&R and any customers or anyone who's listening. We have a lot of fun. Hopefully, you guys enjoy it too. And that's it.
Was you waiting for me to jump in right there?
I thought you would.
I think we need a hand signal. Like when you're wrapping it up and you're about out of stuff to say, that works too.
For those of you that cannot see, the hand signal is the middle finger.
That's right. That's me handing it off for you right there.
Thanks for
guess
listening.
what?
Oh,
But
see,
just-
I was just every time. he
I
finds
wanted
a
to
way
let you
cut me
know.
off.
I just wanted to let you know that I know we didn't get with like Christmas season and it was crazy and lots of traveling and moving around. I did want to let you know that I actually had time to make you a handcrafted Christmas present and I didn't get a chance to give it to you yet. So
He's gonna do
There
it
you go.
again. Look, so obvious.
handcrafted with love,
Handmade, locally sourced.
locally sourced. Oh man, that's good too.
It's a green gift. It's green.
Yep.
Doesn't hurt the environment at all.
Don't even have to unwrap it.
0 carbon footprint. Don't have to unwrap it.
And it's gluten free.
Oh my! Wheat allergy. You're good.
Great.
All right. So that has been Shop Talk with Short Block and Dipstick.
With Turbo. Have a great weekend, y'all.
Love you.